Hello adventurers and knowledge seekers. This video is going to be my way of hopefully sharing some useful information about hunting knowledge and how to get to or get as close as possible to the magical 20% item drop rate, which we get from having more 8,000 or more knowledge ecology points. So for all of you thinking that since Drigan is coming to EU and NA fairly quote-unquote soon, if you're thinking that you're gonna get 8k easy with Drigan, I'd say think again, because according to the BDO codex, there's gonna be only 45 or something entries for the ecology knowledge area of Drigan. And let's say you might get a boss here or there and a few scrolls bosses and something. Let's say you get 60 knowledgeable monsters or whatever, which is 600 points. Given that you have S on all of them, you would still need 7.4k points, so you better get to work. Do I think 20% is worth it? Did I notice a difference? Honestly, I went from like, I think I went from 7% knowledge to 18% knowledge, and I would say that I felt the difference, but going from 18% to 20, not really. But, you know, I guess if you plan to grind a lot, if you plan to, you know, if you're going for 62 or whatever, I think it's a very good thing to have. I think it's something to do in the game, and it's something that is going to benefit you for as long as you play the game. It's going to benefit you in the long run. So I'd suggest you do it. Okay, so what is going to help you get to those 8,000 points? Well, the first thing are pets. Birds have chance to give you both a chance to gain knowledge and chance to gain higher grade knowledge. So for example, my tier 1 bird has a 5% chance of knowledge gain and 1% chance of higher grade knowledge gain, while tier 3 bird has 15 and 3. So basically it's 5% plus 1% per tier. Those are helpful. Another thing from the Pearl shop is glasses. Glasses give you a 50% chance to gain knowledge, and earrings, which I don't have, give you the 5% chance for higher grade knowledge. Okay, so those three things, I would say birds plus glasses and earrings are something from the Pearl shop that can help you along the way. The next mandatory thing, if you're planning on hunting knowledge, are Vini and Loony elixirs. Of course, you want to go for the blue version. In case you didn't know, but you probably did know, combining 3 green elixirs with a blue magical water bottle gives you a blue version of the elixir. So get yourself a lot of surging Weenie elixirs and reliable Loony elixirs. They give 10% chance of knowledge gain and 5% chance of higher grade knowledge gain. Those two come very, very handy. There's also something called an Energizing Crone meal, which gives 5% chance to gain knowledge and 2% chance to gain higher grade knowledge. You get it from attendance reward, for example, high quality food box, you can get it from there. And also during the cacao event, or cocoa, or whatever you pronounce it, there was that chocolate you could make, which would also increase your chances of gaining knowledge. Yeah, so that's about it as far as those things are concerned. As far as the knowledge is concerned, my advice, if you're serious about getting 8k knowledge, is to be very disciplined. Don't jump from one spot to another, from one category to another. Let's say start with Balanos, click on beasts, and go through them until you have everything on S. Doing it any other way is very likely to get you frustrated, because you will have to go back, and it is going to be quite a painful experience. You can skip on stuff. I would advise you not to skip on anything in Balanos, Serendia, Calpheon, and Medaya, because it will give you more space to skip on stuff in Valencia and Camasilvia, especially in Valencia. Camasilvia is not a problem. You can, if you're not strong, it's going to be a problem, but if you're decently geared, it's probably not going to be a problem. Forget about the crystal alligator. It's still not in the game yet, apparently. But there are some, you know, rough spots in Camasylvia, for example, Mirrormook Ruins. Those were pretty rough to get. And of course, the Gyfin Temple. I'm missing a few S's here and there. But other than that, yeah, keep pushing. Valencia for me is the place where I miss the most knowledge, because I was just missing all the gatekeepers, missing a lot of the Akman stuff, and I am missing a lot of bosses for which newer I can get, but I didn't have the need to get. Yeah, and a lot of these things are probably obtainable somehow, but they're mostly a pain in the ass. Speaking of boss knowledge, you can get some relatively cheap S's. For example, Quinten Muraka, in order to do them, it's an amity game, and you need, I think it's 30,000 silver per attempt to gain knowledge. So let's say you get, or let's maybe Kranda is a better example. You play an amity game. Once you're done with the amity game, you can spend, I think it's few energy or maybe no energy at all. It doesn't matter what you spend. It's either energy or silver. You gain a knowledge, and let's say you gain a C rank. What you can do is either in Calfian Library, you can delete the knowledge and relearn it again, which it's kind of, you know, it's a hassle. Or for you can get Elixir of Oblivion. You can get 10 for 200 loyalty, and basically you delete Karanda knowledge and click on the NPC and relearn it again until you get an S. What else? Yeah, that's about it. I don't really have a lot more to say. Just be very disciplined. I think the thing that helped me the most is that I literally started with Eastern Balanos one by one, of course missing a few pirates, and then went down and until I hit 8k. Also very important for a lot of the mobs that you're going to be chasing knowledge on. Let me see, this is a bad example. Okay, this is a bad example too. What can I kill around here that would be a good example? So basically, okay, Weasel. So okay, let's say you don't have a knowledge in Weasel, you kill the Weasel and you get a low grade knowledge, or you don't get knowledge at all. You can gather, and gathering the Weasel gives you the same chance of obtaining knowledge as by killing. So always have all your tools. Remember, you want to have either a magic fluid collector for beasts, or you want to have a pickaxe for crabs and stuff. And that way you can roll a chance to gain knowledge twice on one single mob. It's very useful for mobs that are very rare or that are very few in the game. And that would be it. There's not much more to say, really. Basically my biggest advice would be to just be disciplined and take it one step at a time. Also, there are certain things that you can feel free to give up on. You don't have to have S on every single thing. For example, all non-living objects, let's say it like that, have a lower chance of you gaining knowledge on them than, let's say, trained wolf has. You're going to be easy getting an S, but for example, like huts and traps and towers, they have generally a lot lower chance of learning knowledge. So you can basically, you know, I wouldn't recommend it, but let's say you spend an hour gaining S's on every single bandit, but you're still missing an S on bandit hut. You can spend another hour, but you know, if you get frustrated to a point where you're going crazy, just leave it. A is fine, A plus is fine, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, basically just go one by one. the more the way that I was thinking about it, the more of everything that I have on S in easier territories like Balanos, Serendia, Calfil, Medaya is gonna give me less headache in Camasilvia and Valencia, especially Valencia and in the desert area and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's up to you. So yeah, those are my 2 cents. There were some rumors apparently that we might get additional item drop rate boost at 8.5k, which doesn't really make much sense to me. It might happen with it would have already happened in Korea by the Dragon release, but we never know. I would say that with current even with Dragon released, I think getting 8,000-9,000 points would be quite a challenge, but we never know what the game brings. So okay, that was it. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you have any questions, just drop them down below. I'll try to answer. If I've forgot to say something, comments exist. Drop them down below. I'll pin them if they're useful. And thank you guys for watching.